The audacity, yeah. And the classic comedic definition of chutzpah is a boy who murders his parents and then he asks the judge for clemency because he's an orphan. Okay, so that's chutzpah. Now, imagine that you're Mark Zuckerberg. You quoted him before. Mark Zuckerberg was the executive who said, well, I read that, people on average want 15 friends, but they only have 3. And so we're developing these AI companions to fill that void that we created by raising everyone on Instagram. So the chutzpah of these people, we have to really change the way we think about them. We thought about them as gods and saviors early in the internet phase, and the things they created were magical. But we have to change our thinking about them and see just the massive destruction that they have already wrought on our children, our society, our democracy, and it's just the beginning. AI is going to make this so much more intense.
When you hear these tech leaders, I love hearing Jonathan talk because he just goes there and I'm always way more tempered. And I love it. It's emboldening me.
Because I'm beginning to get angry. I don't really get angry, but in the last year, I'm getting angry.
I love it. So the way, when you hear all of these various tech leaders speak, they will always say, they speak to the issue. So, I've heard for research for my second book, Bot Brain, I've been listening to a lot of Sam Altman's speeches or panels, and he will always say things like, privacy is a major issue, or people, 1 million users a week talk about suicide on ChatGPT. Yeah, this is an issue. And so they address it, or they speak it. And so you think, okay, there's going to be some sort of solution. And often the solution is, society, we're going to have to figure this out.
Right.
So the burden of responsibility is not on the developer. It's,
the harmful externalities get foisted on the rest of us. Too bad. You guys figure it out.
You said in the last year you're getting angry.
Yeah.
Why in the last year?
Because I was so deeply immersed in the book and the writing of the book and trying to understand the numbers and the graphs and the trends and the studies. And that's all very abstract. But then since the book came out, I have had so many conversations and I've met so many of the survivor parents. Like just for example, I was in London. This was just so unbelievable. I was just in London 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I met Ellen, I believe Ellen Groom, I think was her name. Her son Jules was found dead. Happy kid, found dead, strangled. It sure looked like it was the choking challenge. 13-year-old boy. Everything looked like the choking challenge on TikTok.
What's the choking challenge?
It's a challenge where kids are challenged to cut off the circulation to the point where they pass out.